Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Market Down podcast as we are here on Thursday night for the JIMPACT Zone, where we cover all things Impact Wrestling. Impact is coming off of a very hot pay-per-view, Hard to Kill. I watched it. Sorry I couldn't cover it, guys. I was in Canada, and it is really hard to podcast internationally, but it was a great show. Lots of forward momentum for the company. We have a new Knockouts champion in Mickie James, a new authority figure in Santino Marella, and a lot of stuff to look forward to. But focusing on tonight, we started the show with a touching tribute to Jay Briscoe. It was small, but it was effective, especially considering that this was a pre-taped show. Impact really did their best to honor Jay with what they could do, and I, along with the rest of the wrestling world, am surely grateful for how they handled this. So thank you, Impact, on the classy move honoring Jay Briscoe. That touching tribute was followed by a recap of Hard to Kill, which, again, guys, if you can, go watch the show, go watch some of the matches if you can't watch the entire show. The match between Josh Alexander and Bully Ray for the Impact Championship started the show, and it was incredible. Like I said, in the main event, we have a new Knockouts champion, Mickie James, who survived her last rodeo. It's really awesome. But speaking of Mickie James, we started the show with Mickie coming out to celebrate her title win before she's interrupted by Bully Ray. Bully tells her to leave. She refuses and tells him to get the hell out of her ring. Bully says that she wasn't the main event. He was. He's the one who sold out the show. He's the one who did all the work. And he's the one who's getting everyone to talk about Impact Wrestling. And guys, let me say, I don't want to give the credit to Bully, but this was a sold-out pay-per-view for Impact. They had a sold-out show, a sold-out arena, and this did good numbers for them on pay-per-view. I'm really happy for Impact and the momentum they are still building towards. But anyway, Mickie says the only thing people are talking about is the fact that Bully Ray tapped out. As Bully is about to get physical with Mickie, and Mickie, who isn't backing down, by the way, they are interrupted by Tasha Steelz and Savannah Evans. They confront Mickie. Things get hostile right out the gate, and Bully instigates it to get worse. The heels eventually start to beat up Mickie, and Bully goes for a table when Jordynne Grace and Frankie Kazarian make the save. Before Santino Marella, our new DOA, comes in to restore order. And he's joined by Ernest the Cat Miller, Ernie Miller. I didn't call my mama, but I was shocked to see Ernest the Cat Miller back on television in 2023. But good for the Cat. They set up a 6-person tag match between Mickie, Jordynne Grace, Kazarian, and Bully Ray, Tasha Steelz, and Savannah Evans. The match was fun. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary for what Impact is offering, but we had a cool moment where Jordynne lifted Bully Ray up in a fireman's carry before he just leaves after he's confronted by Kazarian, who he wanted nothing to do with. As Jordynne is about to secure the win, Mickie tags herself in and hits a top rope Luthez press on the Tasha Steelz, getting the 1-2-3. This causes a little bit of tension between her and Jordynne Grace before Masha Slamovich comes out and puts her mark on Mickie, who then kisses the mark and shoves it in Masha's face. Very excited to see Masha get another Knockouts title match, and we'll see if she can capture the gold this time. But I will never say no to more Mickie as champion. Once again, mamas are getting called because Ernest the Cat Miller was there as Santino Marella explained what he's setting up for next week, which is a golden shooter 6-man match to determine Josh Alexander's next challenger. All 6 men are former world champions. It'll be Moose, Sami Callihan, Eddie Edwards, Rich Swann, Rhino, and I'm bad at this, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know who it was, but 6 former world champions. We then go to Santino, who's very busy tonight. He goes up to Dirty Dango, haven't seen him in a while, for advice because, you know, Dango is a former lawman. Fashion police nod right there. They are interrupted by Steve Macklin. This sets up a match for the two later. Macklin is pissed that he's not in the 6-shooter match, but again, he's not a former world champion. It's only a matter of time, though, Steve. After this, we have a match between Deonna Purrazzo and Ashley D'Amboise. I got to say, I'm a big fan of Ashley. She's really coming up strong. She's developing very well. This was a nice, hard-hitting match between the two women. Deonna gets the pin after a pile driver, and she's starting to rebuild after her loss at Hard to Kill. I love how they treat Deonna in Impact, and I hope that continues, and it seems like we're off to a good start. We then follow Gia Miller going down below the building looking for PCO, and it goes exactly as you'd think, as there's a lot of screaming, shaking, grunting, and PCO just being PCO. Only a matter of time before he and Eddie Edwards square up. We then have Trey Miguel, X Division champion Trey Miguel, interacting with Ashley D'Amboise in a very condescending way. When Ashley doesn't necessarily react to it positively, Trey takes offense, and he's confronted by 73-year-old Mike Jackson, setting up a match next week between the two. I am very excited to see how this is going to go, but hey, anything to build on the heat for Trey Miguel. Think of the heat. We then have another knockouts match between Killer Kelly and Taylor Wilde. This was scary fun. These two women have a ton of chemistry, and with Wilde's new gimmick, they meshed together very, very well. This was the type of match where the winner was decided by who made the first big mistake. And in this instance, it was Taylor Wilde who gets caught in a choke submission for the win. It's only a matter of time before Killer Kelly goes for the knockouts title, and I am very excited to see her with gold. She has it, and the knockouts division is better with her inclusion in it. We then go back to Santino Marella, still talking about this 6-shooter match, this time with champion Josh Alexander. After they talk about it, Giselle Shaw comes up to Santino saying she wants another knockouts title match, knockouts tag title match, because it's not her fault she's been betrayed by everyone she's ever partnered with. Santino then begins to ask knockouts who walk by if they want to be her partner, and they all reject it. It was really funny. Santino says he's on top of it. He's going to find her a partner. It's just very hard because nobody seems to like her. So we'll see who Giselle's partner will be next week as they take on the Death Dolls. We then get to the follow-up of the Steve Macklin Dirty Dango interaction backstage, where we have a match between the two. This was quick order for Steve, getting the 1-2-3 with the KIA. Dango looked good. He hit his spots, but this is Steve Macklin's rise to the top, and it's only a matter of time before he himself becomes Impact champion. He is the heir apparent to this belt, and I don't want to say it's long overdue, but the buildup has been just right. We then have Gia Miller interviewing the major players backstage who have an upcoming match against Bullet Club members Ace Austin and Chris Bay. They are appalled at the idea that they deserve to be in this match because they screwed the Bullet Club members. Well, they feel they were screwed by Bullet Club first. They're interrupted by Moose, who blames their string of bad luck on Joe Hendry. All right, he didn't appear, but maybe I got to clap. All right, eventually. Cardona says Moose is right, and that when they're done with Bullet Club, they're going to go after Hendry because Cardona and Myers are the two best digital media champions in the company's history, and they will get the championship back. Eventually, we get to the main event, which is Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Kenny King in a fight pit match. The rules of this match are it's a fight. No rule, no DQ, no count out, no ropes around the ring. This was a hard-hitting strike fest. These two men beat the crap out of each other. There was blood, there was chairs, there was outside attacks, kicks, strikes that just made my body hurt. Eventually, though, we get the win by Speedball Mike Bailey after he gets brutal with Kenny King. Just bashing him, beating him. The chair gets involved. I gotta say, I wasn't thrilled at the notion of this match. I think a fight pit match is a good idea. I don't know that these two men were the guys to do it. They did do a great job with what they had. Their strikes were convincing. Their strikes were believable. There was a lot of fun submissions. There was a lot of hard hitting strikes between the two. But when you have a guy like Speedball Mike Bailey, who is so known for his high flying and his flippy shit, it's hard to handicap him. He still made the most of this match. Both men did. And Speedball, who had a stellar 2022, looks to continue that momentum going into 2023. Well, guys, that was Impact. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you didn't watch it, listen to what I always say and go watch Impact. It's 2023. Make smart choices. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a good night. And remember to mark it down. God, my hair is terrible.